Well, Luke, thanks for talking to us, and obviously a time to reflect of what's gone on, of course, away at Colchester United. A very disappointing day for you and everybody connected to the club.
Yeah, definitely. I think obviously it's after the back of the two games that we've just had, Doncaster Barrow. I didn't really see it coming, to be honest. It was a flat performance, just no fight whatsoever, and it just wasn't like us. So yeah, very disappointing.
As you go into that game, as you're talking about being off the back of two excellent results, 5 goals for, none against decent teams as well. Then you play the Colchester side who are fighting for their lives. Is that a mentality thing that you might have thought has caught you out?
I think so. Yeah, obviously. The lads we should all be with confidence, shouldn't we? After the last two games we've played, and it must. I think it's just a mentality thing. We've won 2 games, and maybe all the lads think, oh, we can just turn up in this game and we'll win. But that's not how it happens in League Two. Every game's difficult, and you've got to be on it every game. And like consistency levels, haven't been good enough this season. We've had too many blips, and it showed yesterday, which we've got to change if we want to go and do anything next season. It's got to be consistent.
How hurting was it for you as the captain, at the end of the game?
Yeah, it's horrible. You don't like losing football games, but especially like that. You don't want to lose game. We haven't lost a game 4-0 all season, and it's when you're losing, especially for the fans that come and the fans watching at home. It's embarrassing, really, and it's like it should never happen, and we'll make sure it doesn't happen again.
That was the big word that the manager used, and he said it was said in the dressing room after the game as well. Is he right to say he was embarrassed and there were players embarrassed with that performance?
Yeah, it's embarrassing, isn't it? It's as a team lower than us that fight for relegation, and we've got a fully fit squad of players that we shouldn't be getting beat 4-0 at Colchester away. So yeah, it's like right. The lads said it, and the gaffer said it in the press that yeah, it is embarrassing.
How was that in that dressing room after you'd gone and shown your appreciation to the travelling 188 fans, a 400-mile round trip, but how was it in that dressing room?
Yeah, it was obviously flat, it was low, lads were disappointed, lads said obviously it's not good enough, and I think obviously the management team has said this obviously can't affect us, and the only thing we can do now is put it right next Saturday against Walsall and train properly all week and hopefully put a show on for the fans when they come to Gresty Road.
Yeah, how important is that? Straight away you've got to bounce back performance and results.
Definitely, yeah. We've got to go into Saturday Walsall after the back of this 4-0 defeat and put it right. Really, we can't be getting beat 4-0 and not show up on Saturday. Because if we lose again, then it'll just be like do you know what I mean? So we've got to show up, and we've got to put a performance in. We've got to graft for each other. We've got to work hard, and yeah, that's what we've got to do.
It's the one thing the manager said. There's no on the beach type of thing here, is there? He's new to the job. He's trying to establish himself as a manager. You as players are trying to establish yourselves as getting better week in, week out. You've got to perform. You've got to be professional.
Yeah, definitely. You've always got to be professional. As a footballer, you want to play football matches, don't you? So it doesn't matter. People say you're on the beach and stuff. You want to play football matches, and you've been doing it since you were a kid. So on Saturday we've got to go into it. We've got to work hard for the full 90-95 minutes and try and win the game.
You've got all sort of different type of age group in your team. From young lads finding their feet to some experienced players. But any football game you learn from, don't you? How much do you think you can take out of that horrible defeat into the final 6 games and then into the summer?
Well, I think you can take a lot. I think all the lads can take a lot from the game. Really, I think it just shows that you have 2 wins, you're on a high, and then you can get like beat 4-0 and you're down again. So you've just got to be on it every single week. Mentality's got to be right, training's got to be right, and you can't go into any game thinking that we'll just turn up here and win, because that's not what happens in League Two. Every game's difficult. You can see it's tight, the league, isn't it? Every team could beat anyone. So that's what you got to take from it.
It's a time to stand up and be counted then.
Yeah, definitely. We got to take the criticism. Obviously, the gaffer says it's on him, but as players, we're the ones playing, aren't we? So it's on us really. So we've got to take it, and we've got to use this fuel to go into Saturday and try and win.
Yeah, just to wrap it all up then, that is exactly right, isn't it? It's a togetherness that is needed. Yes, the manager accepts the responsibility, but it's down to the players to put it right as well, and you've got to be in there together. Hard work of training for 3 or 4 days to come, and then Saturday afternoon, I suppose you can't wait then for 3 o'clock.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, if after results like that, you want a game straight away, don't you? But there isn't a midweek game. But the gaffer said that in the thingy, like, we've got to stick together. We've got to stick, like the fans, we've got to stick together. And we have been difficult to beat all season. It was a blip. It shouldn't happen again. So we stick together, we work hard, and we'll go again Saturday.